I've coached over 1,000 women over the age of 50 to lose weight. And the number one mistake they've been making is that they haven't been eating the right food groups or enough of the right food groups. Today, I'm going to share with you an easy framework to burn fat after 50, and it includes eating all the food groups. The same approaches no longer work. That's because eating less and not eating enough nutrients is going to stall your body and keep you stuck at a weight that you do not want to be at. So here's the thing. You can no longer eat less after age 50. It's not going to work for you anymore. I know that we have grown up being taught that we need to watch our calories and eat less, but the number one mistake that I'm seeing with women, especially over the age of 50, is that they are not eating enough, and that's causing their weight to stall, and in fact, even causing your weight to creep up. So this is why. It's because when we're over age 50, we need all of the nutrients that we can get so that we can build our muscle mass, which is going down rapidly by 1 to 3% every single year. When we lose our muscle mass, that slows our metabolism because muscle mass burns more calories than fat. So first of all, you need calories in order to sustain and even build your muscle mass. Even if you're not working out, by eating the right foods, you will build that muscle mass. Secondly, we are now not making hormones as much as we were. So many of our sex hormones are declining, as well as other hormones like our thyroid hormone. So if you're not eating enough, then you're not giving your body the nutrients to produce the hormones it's still producing. And when you start lowering those hormones more than they need to be lowered, you're going to see a slow in metabolism. You also may feel more tired than usual. You also may feel that you can't get the right amount of sleep. There's so many effects that are going to happen when you're not fueling your body to optimize your own hormone production. What I want you to do is to focus on increasing your metabolism instead of lowering your calories by eating enough of the right food groups that are going to burn your fat. So let me get started with exactly what to do. And I'm going to put it all together with a very easy framework that you can use for your next meal, your next day, your next week, and for the rest of your life. And you're going to see your fat starting to melt away. Number one, the first food group is protein. And I want you to think of the mantra, protein more. Now, protein is the number one way to increase your metabolism. And here's something that's so amazing about protein. When you start adding protein, you boost your metabolism. You're building up your muscle mass naturally. You're not going to get bulky. You're just going to be able to maintain that metabolism boosting portion of your body. And the other thing is that protein digests very slowly, and it also keeps your blood sugar even. This is so critical for your metabolism because if you are digesting food more slowly, you're not going to be hungry. If you're having sugar cravings that feel uncontrollable, well, you are going to no longer have those sugar cravings by adding protein. It seems like it doesn't even relate, but it's completely related. Your body is looking for nutrients, and that's why you may be having uncontrollable sugar cravings. But when you proactively give your body protein and you focus on the mantra protein more, you're going to start to see that instantly your sugar cravings are going to subside and the whole entire weight loss journey becomes easier. Then by adding more protein, it will also help you lower the blood sugar spike that you would get from other foods. And so when you combine protein with carbs or other foods that cause a blood sugar spike, you're going to see that your blood sugar stays even. And that means that you're not releasing insulin, which will store more fat, usually in your belly. So protein more is the number one mantra that I want you to remember, but that's not it. We still have other food groups. So secondly, I want you to focus on adding what I call tasty veggies. Now, veggies are full of fiber, which is incredibly important for our digestion so that we can move food through our body and excrete it nicely so our stomach is smooth and we're not carrying more than we need to. But in addition, fiber is also heavier and it doesn't digest, it just moves right through. So it also contributes to us feeling more full for longer. So you're naturally going to feel so full when you get that fiber. And the best source of fiber is to add more veggies in your daily diet. I'm going to show you exactly what your plate should look like in a moment, so stick with me. But in general, I want you to look at adding more veggies. Most people already know that they should be adding veggies, they should be adding greens, but here's the obstacle. Most people don't love the taste taste of veggies. So that's why I want you to make them tasty. And I love to make them tasty by adding spices that are metabolism boosting, that are really revving up your metabolism even more. Adding vegetables like smoked paprika is delicious. That has the compound called capsaicin, which increases your metabolism even more and burns more calories than if you didn't add it. Now, you can also add cumin, which helps to decrease belly fat. You can add coriander, which is a tangy taste that helps decrease water retention and decrease bloating. You can also do sea salt, black pepper. You can do a little cumin, coriander, add some smoked paprika, make that into a spice blend, and then you have so many benefits. And all you have to do is sprinkle that onto your veggies, and you're gonna feel like it tastes delicious, like you're at a restaurant. And I also recommend roasting your veggies because the natural sweetness comes out of them. So it tastes so good that you look forward to it, and you're also making it in bulk, so it's super easy. So tasty veggies is the number 2 that you wanna make sure to add. Number 3, I want you to add carbs to your diet. Now, you need carbs in your diet to create the building blocks, to create energy for your body so that you are able to make all of the things that you need to have a higher metabolism. And if you don't have carbs, or if you follow a low carb diet, you will find that you may be able to lose weight for a short amount of time. But what will happen is that as your body loses weight, your metabolism is also going to slow. And then you're going to get to a point where you are stuck. And you're not going to be able to lose weight any further. And by the way, when you have too low thyroid, that also exacerbates and creates thyroid issues like Hashimoto's, or just having low thyroid hormone, which is directly affecting your metabolism. It's also reducing the other things in your body that you need to build, even your muscle, even your hormones, if you don't eat enough carbs. But here's the thing, I want you to eat healthy carbs. What healthy carbs are complex fibrous carbs. Now, this is really important to know because there's a lot of carbs out there that people are telling us are healthy, but they're actually causing you to gain fat. So it really matters on the source of your carbs, and they also have to be full of fiber so that they digest more slowly and keep your blood sugar very stable. And as a result, you're going to need to eat less calories over the course of the day because nutrient-dense foods like the ones I'm sharing with you are all naturally low calorie, but yet they're keeping you full and they're keeping your blood sugar stable. So keep listening to me because this is scientifically proven, and I have helped over 1,000 women lose weight by using this exact framework. Here are some examples of healthy carbs, and the reasons I want you to really go for these ones is because when you're eating these healthy carbs, they're not digesting quickly and causing that blood sugar spike. Then when you're combining it with protein more and tasty veggies, which have so much fiber, you're also increasing your digestion and helping yourself stay full for longer. What I want you to do for healthy carbs is make sure that you have the right sources. So these are things like lentils, beans. They are amazing. They have so much fiber. They're complex. They don't break down quickly. You're going to feel full for hours when you eat like this. Some other healthy carbs are sweet potatoes, starchy vegetables like squash or zucchini. Also breads. You can eat breads. Just eat the healthier versions of breads that have more fiber and have more protein in it. One of the favorite breads that I advise is eating Ezekiel bread, which is a sprouted grain bread. Or if you don't have that available to you, eat a high fiber bread. And if you're gluten-free, eat a gluten-free high fiber bread. And that's going to work for you as well. And in addition to that, I recommend eating what I call slimming grains. And these are alternatives to rice. Don't create that increase in your glycemic levels. And so some of these are millet, farro, couscous, and quinoa. So try having those as your carbs. Okay. Now, finally, the other food group that I want you to make sure that you're adding so that you can burn fat faster is to have healthy fats in your day. Now, healthy fats are going to keep you full for longer as well. These are all magical foods that are going to keep you off of sugar, going to keep you feeling amazing, keep your blood sugar stable all day so you're not having ups and downs in your energy or your hunger. Healthy fats are also so important for so many other reasons. Healthy fats help us digest our nutrients better. So if you don't have fats, a lot of the nutrients that you're getting from other foods, they are not going to digest. They're not going to absorb into your body. And so you really want to have those healthy fats to help your body absorb these nutrients. Then in addition, healthy fats have omega-3s, which are so important for our body, for our brain health, for our hair, for our skin to glow. These are all incredible. Omega-3s are so important for that. And so where I want you to get your healthy fats from are to do things like have it in some of the meats that you're having. So if you eat salmon or chicken thighs or beef, you're getting those healthy fats. Now, you can also get them from avocados. You can also get them from coconut oil or for nuts. Now, this is the one food group that I want you to notice your portion sizes. And that's because healthy fats are very dense in calories. And so by mistake, you can eat 4 tablespoons of peanut butter, which is double the serving of a regular peanut butter serving. And that's going to give you 200 extra calories. And sometimes we don't even realize what we're eating. And we could eat even 3 times a normal serving, which is almost 400 or more extra calories. When you scoop a handful of nuts, I want you to notice how much is in one serving, because every serving is going to increase your calories by 200 calories. And that's going to be very significant over the course of the day. So make sure that you're having 1 serving at a time. And I recommend having fat 3 times a day. So notice when you're having fat. This is actually the number 2 reason that women are not losing weight, is because they're by mistake eating too much fat, because it is healthy and they want to be healthy, but they're not realizing how calorically dense the foods are. But the number 1 reason women are not losing weight is because they're not eating enough. Now, I want to show you a framework that puts all of these things together and shows you exactly how to eat over the course of your day. This is called the Fat Burning Food Framework. And this is exactly the food framework that I started eating by and I created when I lost 40 pounds and have now kept it off for over 14 years. So what we want to start with is having protein at every single meal. On the left, you'll see breakfast. In the middle, you'll see lunch. And on the right, you'll see dinner. Now, we want to have protein at 40 to 50% of our plate for every single meal. And on this graphic, you'll see lots of examples of what those protein items could be. Now, on the right-hand side of the breakfast and of the dinner, and you'll see the green in the lunch portion. The green portion is the tasty veggies. So you can also replace tasty veggies with low sugar fruit at breakfast. So I wrote low sugar fruit or veggies for breakfast. Low sugar fruit are things like berries, 2 tangerines, half an apple, or half a pear, because those are not too much sugar. So they're not going to cause too much of a spike if you have it along with the other items that I'm sharing with you. For lunch and dinner, I want you to have 40 to 50% of your plate with veggies. And if you have less than this, you will feel hungry. So if you're feeling post-lunch cravings for chocolate or for a cupcake or for some kind of sugar, it's likely because you didn't have enough protein or you didn't have enough tasty veggies at your lunch. It's not because you have uncontrollable sugar cravings. So really start looking at what you have in your lunch. It's the same thing for dinner. If you have cravings later at night, it's likely that you're not eating enough of the right foods. And I'm going to go over dinner a little bit more as well. So you want to make sure you're having 50% of your plate or 40 to 50% of your plate every single meal with veggies, or for breakfast, you can also have low sugar fruit. Now, I also want you to take a look at this white portion at the bottom, which says 10 to 14 grams of healthy fat. Now, healthy fat is also very important to keep you full. So I want you to make sure that you're having it at breakfast, and then I want you to make sure you're having it at dinner. So the thing is, for dinner, this is so important because if you're feeling that you can't get really good sleep at night, a major reason could be that you're not eating the right amount of healthy fats at night, which keeps your blood sugar really stable, which keeps you calm. I've had so many clients come and tell me just by adding that serving of fat to dinner, they've gotten the best sleep they've ever gotten. So make sure you're doing that healthy fats 3 times a day, once at breakfast, once at dinner, and then you're also having it at a snack. And then also let's take a look at healthy carbs at lunch. So this is really important for you to have. A lot of women are skipping healthy carbs because they feel that it's unhealthy to have carbs, but you are actually going to stall yourself from losing weight if you don't have some carbs in your diet. But you must have those sources of carbs that I talked about. So carbs at lunch is really beneficial because you're going to burn them off naturally throughout the day. But because they're so healthy, if you also had some at dinner, it's still going to be okay. And depending on how much you need to eat for your body, you may need to have it at more than one meal. So make sure you have those healthy carbs. Here's something that's really interesting that I found from my clients. When many women complain about cravings at night, we have traced that back to them not having carbs at lunch. And when they're not having carbs at lunch, their body's craving those carbs. Our body needs these food groups, and it comes out in the form of sugar cravings after dinner because your body's resting and it's saying, I still didn't get what I needed this whole day. Please give me something. I want you to have protein at every single meal, 40 to 50% of your plate. That means 4 to 6 ounces if you want to actually measure it. We also want to have low sugar fruit or veggies, either 40 to 50% of your plate at every single meal. And I really want you to prioritize this because if you don't have it, you will feel hungry. Then we want to have healthy fats at breakfast and at dinner and at one snack. And if you're missing it at dinner, you're likely going to not be able to get as good of a sleep as you would if you had it at dinner. Finally, I want you to have healthy carbs and prioritize having it at lunch, though you may need it at another meal as well, which is going to be okay since they're healthy carbs and they're not going to spike your blood sugar like other unhealthy carbs would. Now, this fat burning food framework is so powerful because it's going to keep your blood sugar even. You're going to get the nutrients that your body needs. You're not going to feel hungry. And guess what? You are going to burn fat. That fat is going to melt away. And I want you to watch it happen when you follow the fat burning food framework. Now, if you want to find out how to get more protein into your breakfast, check out this video that I just did where I talked about how to get over 30 grams of protein in your breakfast. I'll break down 4 specific breakfasts that are going to burn your fat. Please subscribe and like this video. I come out with regular videos where I'm sharing real tips and real ways that you can transform your body just by changing the way you eat and by just being more educated about how food will increase your metabolism naturally. Thanks.